Hi guys. I I expect you guys are doing well. So today what we will do? We will start with strings. We will start with strings in Java. So what are strings? We will cover the basics of that, the basics of strings. And we will do different operations on strings. Okay? So just give me a moment. We will start. Okay. Great. Great. So what are strings? In the previous classes when we started, so we had discussed something about that. So what is that, sir? What is that? So you have told something like this. You have told us something like this. Like when we write something like uh, when we write something like SOP, in that we write hello world, then Akash, you had told that this is what string is. So whatever we have written in this double quotes is called string. So this was you told in the basic uh, classes. In the starter, you told those. So in YouTube, we will upload those basic classes as well. So if you have any doubt in those classes, so please go and check out those videos. We will update you guys once those are uploaded. So okay. So you already told this that whenever we write system.out.println, in that whenever we write something in this double quotes, so that is what is called strings. Okay, Akash, understood this. Understood this. So how do we, like, we can write string like this as well, and we can write string like this as well. String str is equal to, we can write hello world. So Akash, are you trying to tell us that it is another data type? This one is another data type in which we are covering something, some text or something like that. Yes, it's kind of that, but it's not exactly text. Okay, okay. So what are strings? So if you will ask what are strings? So what are strings? Strings are sequence of characters. Strings are a sequence of characters. Okay. What are strings? Strings are a sequence of characters. So Akash, can you tell us what are characters? What are characters? So what characters are, guys? Characters can be, it can be A, it can be B, it can be A B C D up to Z, it can be capital A, capital B. Okay, capital B will be like this up to Z, and after that any special characters, any special characters. Okay, and these are the characters. uh Actually, Ashutosh, like, you can continue from here because we have started a new topic. So this you will able to understand. This you will be able to understand. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, okay, let's focus. So these special characters and these characters are called characters. Okay, okay. And a sequence of them are called strings. Understood, Akash. Understood. So what you are trying to tell, we got that, so, but as we had discussed this earlier, that what a computer understand, if we have a computer, what it will understand? Will it understand numbers, text, anything like that? No. This will only understand zeros and ones. This will only understand zeros and ones. So what is zeros and ones? These are binary. These are binary. So a computer only understand binary. So I can understand that to convert a number into binary, that is quite simple. But how we will convert a string or a character into binary? So for that we have some convention for that. So what is that convention? What is that convention? You guys must have heard about that. You guys must have heard about that. I think so. Like, have you heard about ASCII code? Have you guys heard about ASCII code? So this is not anything new, guys. This is a convention. What is a convention? What is a convention? A universal rule in the world of programming. A universal rule in the world of programming. So that is called convention. Okay, like convention cannot be in only in programming. It can be in different fields. So in programming we have a convention called ASCII code. And what that ASCII code do? What that ASCII code do? That ASCII code tells us that if we have some characters like A, B, C, D up to Z, and if we have some characters like capital A, capital B up to Z, these characters, these characters can be represented by some numbers. Can you repeat that, Akash? Yeah. These characters can be represented by some numbers. So, if we have A, this is basically represented by 97. Similarly, B will be represented by 98, 99, 100, and like this. These characters are represented by these ASCII codes. And similar way, Z will be represented by 122. I think so, yeah. And similarly, if we will start with capital A and we will go till capital Z, so capital A starts with 65. And as you understand that, this will be 66. And what will be Z? Z will be 90. Z will be 90. And similarly, we will have special characters. We will have special characters. And for those special characters, we will also have some ASCII code, right? We will also have some ASCII code for that. Okay, you can check that. Go to Google and try to Google ASCII code. You will understand. What are the ASCII codes of different characters. But we don't need that as of now, so we will go ahead. So yeah. So why this ASCII code got introduced, Akash? Why this ASCII code got introduced? Suppose, suppose if we want to compare between two characters, or we want to apply some operators on these characters. In that case, we use these ASCII codes. So, what you are trying to tell, can you explain that with an example? Yeah, why not? Why not? So, for capital A, the ASCII code was, for capital A, the ASCII code was 65. And for capital B, the ASCII code was, sorry, small a, the ASCII code was 97. And if we will do something like int a is equal to, so here the compiler understands. Here I have already told you about typecasting. So what is typecasting? You don't have to worry about that as of now. There are two ways of typecasting. one internal typecasting, and one is implicit, and another one is explicit. So what is that? Don't worry. So here we are doing some internal typecasting, and using that we are adding these two, and finally we are getting something like this. So if we will do SOP A, this will give a output of this will give a output of 162, guys. So how this is happening, sir? You have written something, but we are not able to understand that. So see, guys, see. So what we have done is we have assigned some ASCII codes to the characters. Now what we are doing a operation between these two characters. But between these two characters, that particular operation can't be done. So compiler understands by himself that okay, the the user don't want the operation on these characters. The user wants the operation on the ASCII codes of these characters. So here he adds the value and finally returns it. Since it will return a integer value, so that's why we write int a, and we get the value 162 finally. We got little bit of idea, but it's confusing, right? It's very confusing. So there are some things which we have to just admit it. We will note the explanations for that, but as of now just admit it, and I will show you this on id as well, so you will get more confidence on that. Okay. Okay. So now let me yeah now let's do some problems. We should go to the id for those problems, because that will be better. So let's go to the id. Yeah. So this is the id which we are using. Okay. So I will ask, just a second. I will give you some problem statements. I will give you some problem statements, and you have to tell me the output, guys. You have to tell me the output. So what is the first problem statement? I will just try to use this. Uh, just let me, or we can write it as well, right? Let's not write it. Why to write this? Because it will take time, guys. That's why I'm not writing it. I'm just copying that. I have put some questions for you. Yeah. Hmm. So what we have, guys? What we have? Akash, what we have is we have a character A, a small character A. And yeah, guys. For string str. This is the name of that data type. And for character, we use char c, something like this. Okay. So don't get confused. Okay. So now let's go here. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to store the sum of character a, small a, and 1. So here the compiler will understand automatically that he wants the operation, the user wants the operation between tell me, between the ASCII code of a and 1. So the what is the ASCII code of a? The ASCII code of a is 97. Small a is 97, And so we will do 97 plus 1, and this will give 98, guys. Let's run this and let's see. See, it's giving 98. Okay, now we are gaining some confidence into that. So what you are trying to tell is, so compiler by himself understood that if we are doing a operation, if we are doing a logical operation, to be more particular, we can say arithmetic operation, so that can be done between numbers only, not characters. That can be done with strings as well. Just understand that as of now. So when we will add these two, it will give the sum as 98. Okay, understood this. So tell me this question. So now I have to create it. I will send you these code snippets in the description. Okay. So now what we have, let's take it again. Yeah. Suppose if we have if, in that we have a, and in that what we are doing, we are checking is a greater than 67. If yes, then what you have to do? If yes, then you have to print something. In if condition. So can you guys tell me, will it print this line? So what we are doing, guys, we have a, and that is a character, and we are again doing operation. So now again we will check the ASCII code of small a, and the ASCII of small a is 97, right? And we are checking, is 97 greater than 67? Yes, that is correct. So we will go inside this, and we will print that line number 21, right? Let's see that. Yeah, understood. Very clear. So can you do one more thing? Can you reverse the condition for us so that we can check that you are telling right? Can you reverse the condition? Yeah, hi Shravan. Hi Ashutosh. Okay. Here nothing is getting printed. So yeah. Whatever you are trying to tell us, that is correct. Okay, let's go to the next problem. So these problems, why I am explaining you? Because these small logical things, these very small logical things will help you to solve the Leetcode problems in future. We have already, yeah, okay. We have already covered around 15 to 20 Leetcode array problems. Now we will deep dive into strings. So why we are teaching this? Because this will help in the Leetcode problems. Okay. So let's go ahead. So let's go to the next problem. Akash. So what is the next problem? Yeah, let's take the same one, but we will do something else now. Please pay so much attention, guys. Please pay so much attention now. So now what we have? We have A, and what we have? We have here B. Now, can you guys tell me? That we are comparing two characters, but the comparison will happen between the ASCII codes, and the ASCII codes for A and B, as you all know. For A it is 97, and for B it is 98. Yes, sir. So now we are checking, is 98 greater than 97? Yes, that is true. Yes, that is true. So we will go inside the loop and we will print an if condition, and we can print this as well. Uh, A is smaller than B, like this. Let's run it. Let's run it. Yes, correct, correct. And now if we will reverse the condition, if we will reverse the condition, so can you can you run that code as well? Can you run that code as well? Yeah, why not? Just a second, guys. I want to see that uh you are able to see the screen. Okay, it's little small. Let's make it little large. Yeah. Hmm. So now we are checking, are we going inside the if condition? This time we will not go, right? This time we will not go. So we will print here, not going in, not going in. Okay. So this time we are checking, is 97 greater than 98? That is not the case. That is not the case. So we will not go inside this if condition. Then we will print directly this one. Try to run this. Try to run this. Not going in. Yeah. Okay. So what we have understood till now, what we have understood till now, we have understood that when we are trying to do the operations, then that character is working as the ASCII code, right? Right? Yes, yes, yes. So can you give us more examples? So one more thing, guys, one more thing. Like, these are not normal examples. These are previously asked questions in different interviews, in different OAs, online assignments, right? Assessments, sorry, online assessments. These are already asked. Okay, okay. So let's go ahead. So now let's suppose we have a string, we have a string. And what that string, let's take the string as uh, our string, our string. Okay, okay. Now what we want is, we want to make this our string as or when we are trying to write our string, we we wrote it as this, like, by mistake we wrote it as purstring. And now we don't want to go and change that manually. So as you have already told, suppose you have an array. Let's go to the OneNote. As you have already told, that suppose if you have an array, in that array if you have some values, if you in an array you have some values like 2, 4, 9, and if you want to change this value 4 to, let's suppose, 40. Okay, and the name of the array is ARR, so you can simply do, and the indexes, right? It is 0, 1, 2. You can simply do array of 1 and put 40 at that place, and put 40 at that place. Okay, but can we do similar with the string? Can we do similar with the string? Like, if you are telling like this, so can we do something like this here? Suppose we have a string. Suppose we have a string, and the name of the string is str, and we have, let's write it Akash. Okay, my name. And if we want, at the place of h, we want uh, what s. Okay, so can we do something like this? Can we do, like, if we it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so can we do something like str, uh str at fourth position, just put S. Is it possible? Is it possible? No, guys, this is not possible. Why? This is a very important question. Strings are immutable. Strings are immutable. You cannot change the existing values at those places. Like in str we have Akash. You cannot alter those existing characters. So you cannot alter these characters, guys. You cannot alter these characters. So these characters cannot be altered. But as we have already done, as we have like but but Akash, we can do something like this, right? We can do str plus suppose we are doing this, then this will give the output as uh something like this. Yes, but please understand this thing, that this is this is not this is not this is not like, what should I say, breaking the property of immutability. In the backward, it is creating a new string. How that is working, we will discuss that later. But as of now, just understand that we cannot override the existing characters. Just understand that. And that is called immutable in nature. That is called immutable in nature. Okay. Okay. Understood. So let's go back to the ID. Where is my. Hmm. Okay. So if we have string str is equal to pur string, so yeah, one more thing, guys, one more thing. Like if you want to, in array, how we write arr of 1, arr of 2. In a string, to get the value at any index, what we can do, we can write something like this, guys. We can write something like this. We are printing that, and in this we can use that string. What is the name of the string? It is str dot what we'll write. We have something called we have a function, a method, I should say, not a function. We have a method called char at, and let's take the character at index 2. Let's take the character at index 2. This is at 0 1 2. At 2 we have r, so this should print r. This should print r. Yes, it is. It is printing that. It is printing that, guys. It is printing that. So now we understood. You have told us three, four things. The first thing, that if we do operations on strings, then what we do, we use the ASCII codes of those strings. Okay. And those ASCII codes are universal. Like everyone in the world, if they will use these characters or strings, then they will use the same ASCII code. Okay. Okay. And that was the first thing. And in characters, you also okay, in strings you also told that strings are immutable. Another thing. And the third thing, you have told that if we want to get any particular character at any particular index, if we want to get any particular character at any particular index, then we can use char at. This is a method. This is the method. Okay. Okay. Understood. Let's go ahead. So, yeah, let's do some basic problems. Let's do some basic problems on strings. So, let's do some basic problems. Hmm. So, let's have one question one. And what is the question one? We have a string, and what we have to do, we have to print each character of the string in the next line. Like suppose if you have a string, if you have a string called, let's suppose you have Akash Deep. You have Akash Deep like this. This is the string you have. You got the string. You have to print each of these characters in next line. Like how you will print? You will print A. Okay, why this happened? After that, in the next line, you will print K. A. Okay, this is not working correctly, is it? Okay, understood. A. This is taking that. Yeah, AK. Very good. Like this. AKA. In the next line, we will print S. Right? In the next line, we will print H. In the next line, we will print. After Akash, we have a space, and that is also a work as a character. So space will be printed. In the next line, we will start with D, E, E, P. So this is what output we are expecting. This is what output we are expecting. So can you do this for us? Why not? Why not? Let's do that. Let's do that. So after studying arrays, this will become very easy. This will become very easy. So how we will do this? Suppose we have already one string, string str. In that we have my name, okay, and after that we have to print all the characters in the next line like that. Okay, so we will run a for loop. In that we will start with int I is equal to 0, I less than. For length in the array, we use array dot length, but in string, we use dot array dot length only, but we use it as a method. Array dot length with those parentheses. Okay, okay. And after that, we will use same I plus plus. Got it. And we have to print that. We have to print that, and we have to print in the next line. So we will use println, right? And to get the character at a particular position, we use str dot char at, we will use the index I. Okay, so this should work. This should work, right? See, we have AKASH space DEEP like this. Okay, so what you are trying to tell us? We are trying to do different problems on strings, very basic problems, so that we can understand that in and out. Okay, 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 understood. Very simple question, understood this already. So let's go with the next question. Again we will have one string. And what you have to do, again we will have one string. Just a second. In the previous question, we printed the characters. In the previous question, we printed the characters. In the in this one, you have to print the ASCII code. You have to print the ASCII code associated with that particular character. Not understood. Not understood. So what you are trying to tell is, in the previous question, let's write the question as well, because uh, for revision you will need that, right guys? For revision, this was the question one. Print all the characters in next line from the given string. Okay. And the next question is, this is similar to this one. Print all the print all the ASCII codes associated to the characters in next line. In next lines, like that. Next lines. Okay, we have understood the question. We have understood the question. Let's write the code. Let's write the code. So this is kind of similar to the previous one. Again, we have one string. Okay, we have one string. Okay, we have defined a string already, and this time we have the same string Akash. And again, since we have to traverse in that particular uh, string, so we will need a for loop for that we know. So we have written a for loop, but this time, guys, you don't have to print the characters. But this time you don't have to print the characters. What you have to do? You have to print the ASCII codes associated to that. You have to print the ASCII codes associated to that. So how we can do this? If we will write something like this, so this is called explicit typecasting. We have already discussed this in the basics. Okay, why this is not working? Just let me check. We have mm, it should work, right? Hmm, 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 hmm. Why this is not? It should work, right, guys? Just a second. We are trying with int in that str.char. Yeah, we are doing that similar thing. And system.out.println. Let's try. There must be some compiler issue. Wait, we have a character. We have a character C. Suppose in that we are writing uh, that str.char at, will write the I, um, but this should not change anything. There is some issue in the okay, not like this. We don't have to. We don't need this now, guys. We don't need this. Let's yeah, seems correct now. Yeah, okay. This is the issue with the compiler, guys. Like different compilers are like work in different manners. Okay, so this is the issue with the compiler. You can see we have done the same thing. We just, what we have done, we have stored that particular value in a character first, then we are trying to typecast that. In that case it is working. Okay, so so okay, that's okay. We will discuss that typecasting in the basics of Java. Like many people know that because we have done those basics already, but I will upload those videos on YouTube as well. Don't worry. Just remember, as of now, if you don't know typecasting, just remember that that if we have a let's forget it as of now. Let's forget it because you will not understand. You will get more confused. So we have done something called typecasting. Like what? So what is this typecasting doing? it is telling the compiler that I am expecting a integer value. This is telling the compiler that I am expecting a integer value. So then compiler understood that, okay, so if the user is expecting an integer value, then we should not give the character, we should give the ASCII code associated to that particular character. Understood? These typecasting things, just forget that, we will discuss it, don't worry. Okay. So we have done this problem again. So let's go to the next problem. Let's go to the next problem. So yeah, the third problem is you have to count the number of uppercase, and you have to count the number of uppercase and lowercase characters in a given string. A string will be given, and in that particular string you have to tell that these many number of upper characters are there and these many number of lower characters are there. Let's write the question, guys. Let's write the question. Tell the number of upper and smaller characters in a given string. Understood the question? Understood the question? So again, what we have? We have the same string. Let's use the same string, and we can do the testing with different values. We will make someone capital and someone small, and we will check that. Okay. Now what you have to do? Now what you have to do? So, and there is one more information given, guys. There is one more information given. So like if the ASCII code of small a, the ASCII code of small a, the ASCII code of small a is 97, and small z, small z is 122. And just let's write the ASCII code of capital A. ASCII code of capital A is 65, and the ASCII code of capital Z, the ASCII code of capital Z is, okay, let's not make like this, let's make it 90. This is simple. Then what we can do is, just a second. Yeah. Then what we can do is we will check that the ASCII code of the characters, the ASCII code of the characters is lying between the ASCII code of small a and capital Z. If so, what you are trying to tell, let's copy this, guys. Let's copy this. Then only we will understand. Copy. Let's go to this. So what you are trying to tell is, mm, yeah. So what you are trying to tell is that if you have to count the upper and smaller, okay, for each character, suppose we have these characters, for each character we will traverse in this string. We will check, is this between this value, okay, let's go little, is this between this value and this value? If this is between these two values, then this is a lowercase character. So we will do lowercase as +1. And if this is between this value and this value, then we will get that this is a uppercase character. Then we will do uppercase +1. And we can have some other characters as well, like we can have space, we can have percentage, we can have comma, we can have this. So these, for these characters, we will not do anything. Okay, okay. So let's write the code for this. Let's write the code for this. We got str Akash Deep. Okay, okay. So what we have to do? What we have to do? We will have two integer. You have told so many array questions that we can do it very easily. We have two variables, lowercase is equal to 0, and after that we will have similarly uppercase is equal to 0, because initially both will be 0, right? Both will be 0. And now we will iterate in that particular string. For iterating we can use this for loop. Okay, and if we are iterating in that particular string, so now what we have to do? We have to check, guys. We have to check. We can remove these things because this is not needed. We have to check if 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 that particular character, let's store that character in something like this. Okay, what we have done, we have stored that character in C. Okay, and now we will check if that C, if that C is greater than, if that C is greater than 96, right? If that C is greater than 96, if that C is greater than 96, okay, I'm sorry, I have made it wrong here. If that C is greater than 96, and 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 if that will be greater than 96 and smaller than 123, then it is a lowercase character, right? And if that particular C is smaller than, what I am doing, 123, it means it is fixed. It means it is fixed. That is a lowercase character. So just do plus plus, right? And if that is not the case, then we can have two more cases. That can be a special character or that can be a uppercase character. So since we are not left with only single case, so we will use else if. We will use else if. In that, we will use the same condition, but we will change the values with which we are comparing. So for uppercase, it should be greater than 64. It should be greater than 64. And it should be smaller than 91. Right? And if that is the case, then what we will do? What we will do? We will do uppercase plus plus. Right, sir? Right? Right? Okay, if this is okay, if you are okay with this, then try to print it. Then try to print Control C. If we will come out of this for loop, we will try to print it. We will print uh, uppercase and we will print lowercase. Okay, let's try to run it. Let's try to run it. Okay, we are getting some error. Okay, let's not do like this. Let's write it like, and after that we have okay, let's run it now. Like it depends upon the guys, it depends upon. Okay, we have, why this is not working? Why this is not working, guys? We have str dot length. In C we have that value, right? And after that we are checking. After that we are checking. Okay, we can use that. When we do the comparison, we don't have to, because it's it's already a character. It's already a character. It's defined as a character. So why we are writing this single quotes now? That is not required, right? Okay, so in Akash Deep, we have two uppercase A and D, and we have 4 plus 3, 7, 7 lowercase. Understood this, understood this. Yeah, understood this. So let's try with some other examples. So you must have understood the logic. You must have understood the logic. So what was the logic? Like what we have done is we know the range. We know the range of the values. If the value is a lowercase character, then it should be between 97 and 122. And if the value is a uppercase character, then it should be between 65 and 90. So if we know the case, then we can use a if, and after that we can use a else if. That's done. Understood, understood, understood. So there is a very fantastic way of doing this problem. We don't have to, we don't have to, suppose uh, we don't know this range, that the small a starts with 97 and the small z start with 122. We don't know this, or we forgot the range. We forgot the range. This may happen, right? This may happen. So if we forget the range, then what we can do? It's very simple. The lowercase starts with small a, right? It should be greater than equal to, right? And the uppercase, sorry, and the lowercase ends at z. So now we are comparing two characters, and now the compiler will understand that if we are trying to compare, then we have to get the ASCII values, and we will compare those ASCII values, and we will give the response according to that. Okay, okay, okay. So this should be like this. And similarly, we can have, for caps, we can have caps A, and for this, we can have caps Z. Okay, so there is one very interesting thing, guys. Like when we get questions in arrays, we can solve that using strings as well. We can convert that array into a string, and after that, we can solve that. That's a very, like, it's a very good way to solve questions. Okay, understood. So yeah, it's working. It's working. So you have told two uh two ways to solve that. If we know the range, we can do that. And we don't have to remember the range, because we can definitely use this as a we can use the ASCII code directly, right? Yeah, understood, understood. So let's go to the next problem. Let's go to the next problem. Uh, like we can do, let's do a very nice problem which we have did already, in arrays. We will do the same question again. We will do the same question again, but in arrays we have done with numbers. Here we will do with string. Reverse a string. A very, very popular question which many companies do ask. Many companies do ask. So how we will do this? It's similar. It's similar, Akash. What we can do is, when we were trying to reverse a array, suppose we had one array. So in that we have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we can do? The best approach which we had discussed, swap these two, and this will remain at its position. So the final output will be something like, this. But when we get a string, suppose we get a string as A K A S H D double E P. That's my name, guys. That's my name, Akash Deep. Okay. Sorry for the handwriting. And can we do something like this? Can we can we swap these? Can we swap these? It's a big no, guys. It's a big no. Why? Why? Because we have already discussed that strings are strings are immutable. Immutable. Strings are immutable. We cannot override a particular string. This we already discussed. So there is only one way we can do it. We can use a new string. We can use a new string. Let's suppose we name it new, and we will iterate in this old string from the end, and we will try to pick these characters. We will try to pick these characters. We will try to pick these characters and put it here and put it here. Right? Right? Okay, okay. Understood, understood. Can you write the code for that? Can you write the code for that? Why not, guys? Why not? Why not? So it's simple. Just write a for loop. Just write a for loop. Let's copy this, guys. Let's copy the string. Okay. Control C. V string copied. Let's take this for loop as well, because we will need this for loop. We don't have to write it again and again. We have already understood it. We are champions now. You don't have to do this again and again. We understood the logic and we can write the code as well. Just just we want to see the output, that whatever logic you are telling, is it working or not. So we will iterate in that particular array. We will iterate in that particular, sorry, not an array, the string. And we will iterate from end to the starting. So it will be control C -1, and it will go 0. It will be I minus minus. So we are iterating from the end to the starting. From the end, like if the length of the string is 4, so starting from 3 2 1 0, right? 3 2 1 0. Understood, understood. We are taking each character and we need another string. Let's name the string as new, as we discussed already. So, and let's keep that string empty because we have to populate it with the the reversed characters. So how we will do that? We can use reverse is equal to, we can concatenate a string. Okay, we can do reverse plus C. After that, okay, we want to print that. We want to print that, Akash. We want to see the output. This, if we will not see the output, we will not believe. We will not. Okay. Why reverse? Okay, we have named it reverse, so let's name it reverse here as well, because it's the reverse array, right? That's why it came automatically. It's not working. Why? Are we in that? Why this is not working? We are using str.length. Okay. Mm, Less than equal to 0. I'll. Ah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. See? See? It's it's reversed, right? So let's write something else. Let's write uh reverse string. Okay. So when we will run it, It got reversed, right, guys? It got reversed. It started from here and went till the starting, right? Okay, so what you have done, it's simple. We started iterating from the end and up to the start. And with this for loop, we are already aware how to write a for loop, how to iterate from starting to the end, how to iterate from ending to the start, how to iterate from middle to both the ways. We have already done this in the Leetcode problems. Okay, if you have not done those, go back to the questions of arrays and try to solve all those questions. And yeah, in the Excel sheet, we have also updated many questions. Try to solve all those, because by just going through the theory, it will not work, guys. This is the harsh truth. You have to code along. Create small group of your friends, like create a group of 3 4 friends, and try to follow this playlist and try to solve all the problems which we give in the Telegram group. We have created an Excel sheet. Day wise, what we do? Live lecture, it will start from 7 to 8 mainly. Today I was little late. That's why I'm so sorry for that. It will start between 7 to 8. Maximum it will start just, I will announce the time. We will start at 8. Okay. Today, final announcement. The live lecture always will start at 8, guys. 8 p.m. Okay. And we will notify you. Don't worry. Okay. So if you have understood, try to make group of 3 4 friends. Okay. Go along the playlist. We have a Excel uploaded. We have a Excel uploaded in the Telegram group. So where is the Telegram group, Akash? The link is in the description. Go get the link, join the Telegram group. You will get this Excel sheet and try to solve all the problems. If you are not able to do most of the problems we have discussed in the previous videos of this playlist, go and check that. Okay. And if you don't have that in the playlist, then you can ask in that Telegram group. We will respond. We will respond. Okay. And last thing, guys, I generally forget, so that's why I have written it here. Okay. Like at the last, I have to tell you that please do subscribe, like, and share. Okay. So because only then we will. So what is the purpose of doing this, guys? I can do this with some institutions and I can earn some money. But that is not why what I want. What I want is I want to give back to the community. I have gained so much. I have gained so much from this community. It's time to give back. That's why we will already told we will discuss 250 plus Leetcode problems in the class. In that, 100 will be easy. In that, 100 will be medium level questions and 50 will be hard. This we will do in the class, guys. This we will do in the class. We will cover the whole DSA from basic to advanced. From basic to advanced. And after that, we will cover Java as well. We will cover Java as well. So this is the plan, guys. This is the plan. Okay. And how we can help other folks? Try to share this video with your friends, with your juniors. Okay. So that so many people can take advantage of this session. Okay. So much of gyan, guys. So much of gyan. Okay. Please do subscribe, like, comment, and anything you want that is not correct, anything you want that seems not correct, we will try to rectify it in the coming videos. Okay. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. uh Happy coding. Please do join the Telegram group. We will update the problems in the Excel sheet, so you have to complete those problems. Happy